Good afternoon, everyone. I am Kimberly and Galin from BSBA 4B. The topic that I will discuss today is under the Chapter 11 entitled Implementation and Continuing the Change Efforts. What is implementation? From the root word implement, which have two meanings, the noun means an instrument, tool, or utensil, and the verb means to enact, execute, or to make happen. These two definitions are applicable in an intervention. Interventions are structured programs designed to solve a problem, thus enabling an organization to achieve the goal. These intervention activities are designed to improve the organization's functioning and enable managers and leaders to better manage their team and organization cultures. Therefore, implementation is a group or series of interventions in the workings of an organization, its operations, its processes, and its way of doing things so that the system will move toward a particular change goal. Beckard and Harris 1987 referred implementation as the transition state, that is between the present and the future state. This is the Beckard transition model. As most change management, challenges are tied to the present state. For this phase, knowledge of what is currently happening is required. There will be a collection of processes, behaviors, tools, technologies, organizational structures, responsibilities, and job roles that establish how work is currently done. The transition state is often emotionally charged with emotions ranging from despair to anxiety, to anger, to fear, to relief. During the transition state, productivity may decline if change is not properly managed. Lastly, this state requires employees to accept new perspectives and learn new ways of behaving while still keeping up their day-to-day work. The last one is the future state, where this phase is trying to get to and can often shift while employees are trudging through the transition state. The main focus here is to repeat that the future state is far better than the current state. The implementation phase is the core of organization change effort. Research shows that the quality of implementation plays a significant part in bringing about outcomes. If a program is implemented poorly or even moderately well, its goals are likely to be achieved or the results will be less significant. With high-quality implementation, success is more likely. Let's proceed to the next topic, dealing with resistance. I have here a short video from YouTube regarding about the topic resistance to change. Please watch first.
Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning.
How was your day?
Very tiring. We have a new project. Very big change in my company.
Wow, what project?
New IT system, SAP. But I am facing a strong resistance to change.
Oh, it is normal. People are afraid to leave their comfort zone for a new and unknown reality.
Yes, it is absolutely true. I have noticed several factors that lead people to demonstrate resistance, such as fear of the new, fear of the unknown, fear of losing power.
Exactly. Also, ignorance of the advantages and disadvantages of the change are potential causes for resistance.
So, how can I face the resistance to change?
Simply, you can overcome resistance by transparency and agreement. Organizational culture of trust, cohesion and flexibility may decrease resistance behavior. Also, you can ask the resistors to explain why they are resistant. You can demonstrate the benefits to individual in adopting the change. You can present the change and how it is to be implemented in a broad-based meeting. This would prevent individual interpretation of the change and rumors as well.
Oh, thanks for your valuable advice. I would consider all this in my next project.
Welcome. Good luck with your project.
Thank you for watching. The video is all about the employees who are afraid to change. They resist changes because they are afraid to the unknown reality. Resistance is a situation in which people or organizations fight against something or refuse to accept or be changed by something. We all know that change is constant at every organization, but employees have quickly become the number one opponent of change. Resistance is a way of people to protect themselves against changes in their work lives. People also feel that change will insecure their current working atmosphere. Dealing with people who resist changes is one of the problems that every change agent concerns of. But according to them, apathy is worse than resistance. Apathy is a lack of interest into something. It is not easy to convince people who do not care that change is necessary. Resistance is more applicable to be a reaction to a sense of loss and a feeling of having little or no choice. The first one is a resistance as a sense of loss. Resistance often stems from believing that with a change, organizational members will lose something of value to them personally and in general. This is the reason why many employees resisting the changes. They thought that if they accept changes, everything they have now is also changing. One example for this situation is moving to a new job. Another form of resistance is the feeling of having little if any choice. People have this feeling when changes was imposed. Psychologist J.W. Brehm, 1966, constructed a widely accepted theory based on his phenomenon of resistance. This is the psychological reactance. This theory states that individuals have certain freedoms with regards to their behavior. If these behavioral freedoms are reduced or threatened with reduction, the individual will be motivationally aroused to regain them. I have here an example situation regarding about psychological reactance. Imagine that you have gone on a diet and you ask your partner to support you and help you eat in a healthier way. After a few days having a dinner at a restaurant, you order a very unhealthy dessert. Your partner tells you, "I thought you were on a diet." In this scene, instead of thanking him for reminding you of your goals, you feel angry at him. Note, we don't want to be told what we have to do because we feel that our freedom was taken away from us. Let's proceed to the types of resistance. We have three levels of resistance to change to be discussed. These are the individual level, group level, and the larger system level. Under the individual level, we have three forms of resistance, namely blind, ideological, and political. Blind resistance is being afraid and intolerant of any change. How to deal with blind resistance? First, provide as much reassurance as possible. Moving into something new causes discomfort, but things are rarely as horrible as we imagine. Second, allow time to pass. Some blind resistance by their nature reacts defensively with reflex at first. They simply need time to get used to the new ideas. In ideological resistance, resistance comes from honest, intellectual differences or genuine beliefs, feelings or philosophies that are different. People believe that the planned change will not work and they provide reasons behind their belief. How to deal with ideological resistance? First, counter with strong persuasion based on data, facts, and substance. Mere opinion will not be persuasive. Some people believe that the proposed change is ill-timed, will simply not work and cause more damage than improvement. Second, careful prediction from the linkage to this information is necessary. Building one's case with further documentation and sound reasoning can help. Political resistance. They believe that they will lose something of value if change is implemented. Lose of power, job, income, or the like. How to deal with political resistance? First, counter with negotiation. Second, trading something with something else of value. Third, argue long-term gain versus short-term loss. In a group level, resistance can take the forms of: first, turf protection, pushing hard to keep one's unit and organizational territory intact. Second, closing ranks, establishing a common enemy and attempting to keep their part of the organization. Third, changing allegiance or ownership, opting to become a separate entity within a sister organization. Fourth, demanding new leadership, a hope that the new leader will save them from the organization change mess. The last level is from the larger system level. This may include 1. Lethargic responses, which can be described as tiredness and accompanied by decreased motivation or apathy. Second, no sense of urgency about the change. They believe that they don't need changes to be rushed because they're still doing fine in their jobs. Third, a wait-and-see attitude. An uncertain attitude in which someone will just wait to see what happens before reacting. Fourth, diversionary tactics. They feel that a change is not yet necessary. Last, not following the planned change. Without followership, there is no leadership. Without leadership, the intended change not simply be realized. According to Warren Bennis, in life, change is inevitable. In business, change is vital. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Stay safe and be blessed always.